There are 7 billion of people who live on Earth, and each of us is unique. We're pretty sure that you have something unique too, but after watching this episode, you'll be surprised how different we can be. So, without further ado, let's go! 18-year-old Alessandra Silva is a Brazilian model whose growth is 206 centimeters. Although she is still a teenager, she already plans a wedding and, of course, wants to have children very much. The reason of her tallness is malignant tumor. Doctors removed the tumor 2 years ago. After this, Alessandra stopped growing, but nowadays she still remains the tallest girl in the world. Zara Hertzschel from Britain suffers from a rare disease called lipodystrophy. Since childhood, the girl looked like a 60-year-old woman, and because of that she had to come through humiliation and ridicule. There are no ways of effective treatment, so Zara and her mother, Tracy Gibson, had no choice but to accept that the girl looks much older than she really is. By the way, another name for the lipodystrophy is the Benjamin Button syndrome. You may think that this is Photoshop, but these photos are actually real. A 15-year-old teenager, Fu Wengui, who lives in Beijing in China, suffers from congenital anomaly, because of which he has 3 extra cervical vertebrae. Due to the fact that instead of 7 cervical vertebrae, Fu has 10, his neck seems much longer than the usual one. Everything would be fine, but this long neck causes severe pain, and Fu experiences serious difficulties while walking. There is an unusual teenager from India who possesses abilities that are very impressive. Deepak is able to withstand 11,000 volts passing through his body. Strange talent of 16-year-old Deepak Jangra was revealed accidentally when the guy was repairing his mother's radiator. This guy can easily sit in a hot tub and hold bare wires with his hands under the water. Pretty shocking, right? A 17-year-old girl suffers from a mysterious illness because of which her blood flows several times a day from the eyes, ears and nose. British doctors consider her condition unique in the country. Blood flows from her eyes, ears, nose and even fingernails up to 5 times a day. In the past few weeks, blood has been flowing even from her tongue and scalp. The girl experiences strong painful sensations at that time. Marnie Harvey is now practically bedridden and can't go anywhere for a long time, and doctors can't solve the mystery of her illness. Hopefully, the answer will be found in the future. Georgia Green from the city of Adelaide suffers from a rare disease. She can sleep without waking up for several weeks. Such long and incurable condition, which can occur at any time, is called the Klein-Levin syndrome. People with this disease usually suffer from episodes of prolonged sleep, which can last up to a few days, making it difficult for them to live their normal lives. During her life, Georgia has already experienced 35 episodes of prolonged sleep that sum up to almost a whole year. She's only 19, so this is a lot. The internet and TV are actively discussing an unusual Russian girl from Engels called Julia Veens. She became quite popular in Australia, where she was named the Hulk with Barbie face. According to Julia, she first came to the gym at the age of 15. As she says, she had the desire to become stronger to gain self-confidence. The 19-year-old Sirena Swearingen was born with extremely rare skin condition. Her body is covered by hundreds of birthmarks. When she was born, the birthmarks were covering 2/3 of her skin. Doctors diagnosed congenital melanocytic nevus. This is a rare skin condition that only 1 of 500,000 newborns is diagnosed with. You can't call Robert Bobrovsky an ordinary teenager. He's only 16, but he's already taller than any NBA basketball player. The height of the guy is 231 centimeters. Only one professional basketball player is higher than Robert. His name is Paul Strugras. Robert was born in Romania. At the age of 12, Robert overgrew his father and became a subject of medical research. The doctors initially assumed that the boy had a hormonal imbalance, but eventually came to the conclusion that it was all about genetics. The height of his father is 216 centimeters. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and leave your comments below. Bye.